Good morning. Welcome back. I haven't cooked in a while, so here I am. This morning I'm doing some Weight Watcher friendly egg muffins, and I thought I'd bring you along with me in my kitchen. Then I'm going to put some chicken tenderloins in the crock pot for dinner. So let me show you what I've got going on. So I made it really simple for myself this morning, and this is very Weight Watcher friendly. So I diced up, or I used my food processor. I put 1 onion in here and about 5 or 6 small mini baby bell peppers because I'm going to make 2 batches of these. So that took probably 1 pulse on the food processor and we were done. The next thing I did was I sprayed my muffin tin. So I used 1 regular muffin tin. I wish I had 2, but I only have 1. Sprayed it with canola spray oil into the muffin tin. Not sure if you can really see it, but I have added in my pepper mixture. Now, I added in my salt, black pepper, garlic powder, and onion powder into my pepper mixture so I would not have to do it in my 10 cups. The next thing I did was added in 1 egg per cup. For anybody who's counting Weight Watchers points, I'm at 2 points so far. So the next thing I'm going to do, and I'm just going to turn you around to my work surface, is I have already put in this bowl, I've got 1/2 cup of fat-free mozzarella cheese and 1/2 cup of cheddar cheese. So at 1/2 cup of each of these, I think I may be at like 1/2 a smart point because it's fat-free. But I'm going to divide this into 24 cups. So it's really not going to be any smart points from the cheese. But I am using the fat-free mozzarella and the fat-free cheddar. If you use regular fat cheese, it is going to have more smart points. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Canadian bacon, which I buy from Harris Teeter, and 4 strips of this is 1 smart point. So I'm going to take 4 strips. Now, I'm going to take 4 slices, and so this is 4 slices. You get 4 slices for 1 smart point. Now, I don't like the regular smell of Canadian bacon when it's just plain, so I have to cook it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my slices, and now I'm going to make little mini dices out of it. So I'm still only at 1 point. And I'm going to divide this up into all 24 of my cupcakes, so, of my egg muffins. So what you're going to notice is I'm not going to have a lot of smart points from even the Canadian bacon. So I'm adding this to my 1/2 cup of fat-free mozzarella and 1/2 cup of cheddar. I'm adding in now all of my Canadian bacon bits. So that was 4 pieces for 1 smart point. That's going to divide into 24 cupcakes or egg cupcakes. The next thing I'm taking is some turkey pepperoni, and you can have 15 of these pepperoni slices for 2 smart points. So I'm going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Put the rest back. With Weight Watchers, it's a lot of just counting the points, but I eat the same things mostly all the time, so my points are kind of in my head. And I'm just slicing these into 3s, and then I'm just going to dice these a little bit further. So I'm taking my whole 2 points, and I'm dividing it into all 24 of my egg muffins. So I'm going to bake these or do batches of 2. So I'm dumping this in. So right now in this bowl, 1 cup of fat-free cheese altogether. I think I have 1 smart point. The turkey pepperoni is 2, and the Canadian bacon is 3. So in this whole thing, I have 3 smart points because I use the fat-free cheese, turkey pepperoni, and then the Canadian bacon. So I'm just going to give it a stir, stir, stir. Then I'm going back to my egg muffins, and I'm going to dump in just the tiniest little pinch, just 1 little pinch. And we're going to stir this. And I got to get this to go for 24, so I need to make sure that I have enough. No, ma'am. Off, please. Off, please. Thank you. Good girl. And the baby wants to help mommy cook, but not this morning. Not today. So I'm just taking this. And even if you find that this is not enough and you want more, you can actually do the same thing and then just add it in. to your next batch. So I do have some left. I may not have as much as what I thought I would, but that's totally fine. So the last thing I'm going to do is just kind of break up my yolk a little bit in each of the cups, because I just tossed in my egg into the cups without pre-beating. And then I want to make sure I get everything into the muffin tins. My oven is already preheated at 400 degrees. Now let me tell y'all about my kids, right? So they want to be eaten, but they don't want to help nobody. So I don't know if they're going to eat this morning. They're going to eat them French toast sticks they over there trying to make. Look, and my son's like, I'm about to eat your muffin. Didn't help not a nothing. Oh, he did spray the pan. Maybe I'll feed him something. I don't know. He did spray the pan. Out of the kitchen, mama. So that's all I'm doing. And I already pre-salt, black pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, did all of that into my onion mixture. When I put it in the food processor to mix, I did everything ahead in there. That way, when I was stirring it in the pan, it wasn't flying. All the spices weren't flying everywhere. So there we go. I've got 12 done. I'm going to do 12 more. And whatever the kids don't eat. So each muffin cup right now is just probably right at 2 smart points. I've got onions, I've got peppers, I've got cheese, I've got bacon, I've got pepperoni, and I have the egg, the whole egg. If you do egg whites with no yolk, it's going to be less smart points. So at 1 smart point. This is going to go into a 400-degree oven probably for about 20 minutes. We'll check in about 17 to make sure that it's not overdone. And I'll bring you back when I pop them out of the oven. Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me, lovely. Thank you. So into my oven on the bottom rack. We're back. I got my egg muffins out. I just pulled them out. Take the berries over there, Bubba. Sister, get the French toast stuff if y'all gonna have that. I got my egg muffins out. We are busy in this kitchen this morning. We got French toast going. I got a crock pot going. I got another crock pot going. I'm getting ready to make some monkey bread. And it ain't even 9 o'clock, y'all. My goodness. And I've already been to the groceries, really with the hand signals. And I've already been to the grocery store this morning. So I've got my egg muffins that I'm pulling out. These are Weight Watcher friendly egg muffins. So what I did was I sauteed in my food processor 2 small onions, an assortment of mini bell peppers. I added in salt, black pepper, onion powder, garlic powder into the pepper mixture. Sprayed my muffin tin. I put the onion powder, I put the onion mixture and the veggies in. I dumped 1 egg into each muffin tin, and then to that I added in some Canadian bacon, some fat-free cheese, and then some turkey pepperoni. I used 4 slices of Canadian bacon, which is 1 Weight Watcher point. I used 15 slices of turkey pepperoni, and I cut all of those up and put them in a little bowl with my 1 cup of cheese, fat-free cheese, and I'm taking that and dispensing or dispersing it among my 24 muffins. So totally for this entire egg muffin is 2 smart points. It's less than, it's just right at 2 smart points because you're counting the points for the egg. So if you're trying, and I know I'm saying trying because a lot of us are trying, this is a healthy alternative. You still get to eat your eggs. If you just like these with no yolks, you can do egg whites. It makes it less points. And so I'm just pulling these out. I have 12 more to make. In my crock pot, I put on some chicken tenderloins that I was able to find at Walmart yesterday. They were marking the meats down when I happened to be in there. I was going to look for yogurt and just happened on the meat man marking down the meats. And I got 4 packages of the chicken tenderloins. They were $3. They were less than $3 a pack. So I put like 25 or so tenderloins in my crock pot. I added in just salt, black pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, and then 1 full can of the basil pesto. A jar, 1 jar, 6.3 ounces of the pesto. And I also added in just some pepperoncinis. If you wanted to add a little kick to yours, you could. And those are going in the crock pot on low for about 4 hours, probably 6 hours on low. And then I'm going to have those as cook-ahead meals this week while I go to work. So this is what these egg muffins look like. They are light, they're fluffy. If you have fat-free sour cream, you can add that in. I don't use sour cream as a general rule, but if it's fat-free, it should be 0 smart points for at least 1 or 2 tablespoons. If you want to make it light and fluffy, if you want to make it fluffier than what it already is. So I'm just going to pop these out, and then I'm going to load in my second batch, and so I can get ready for church this morning, because we're going to be on time. So this is what I have. I pulled everything out of my muffin tin, and this is what it looks like. Now, if you want to make sandwich muffins, you can go ahead and take your English muffin, which is 3 points. I use the high fiber or the low cal. One of these egg muffins, pop it in, and you have a 5-point breakfast that is very filling, because those egg McMuffins are really filling. So I'm going to just show you how I put these together. Will somebody grab my eggs, please? So I'm just going to respray. Using the last of, this is my onion mixture that I made this morning. 2 small onions and a couple of the mini bell peppers. I put my salt and black pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, put everything in here so that I didn't have to worry about it spilling all over the place when I went to do the mixture of my eggs, which I haven't gotten yet. And this is a long one. I'm going to throw that in my crock pot. You can add in any type of veggie you like. Now remember, Smart Points counts low fat, low carb, or as low carb as you can. Some people cannot do total no carbs. I do know that carbs do not work for my body, and I tend to hold weight when the more carbs I eat. But I am a carb junkie, and I like them. The first step to solving your problem is admitting you have a problem. This is the problem. I like carbs, but I do try to not have them if I can possibly not have them. But some days, you know, I give in to the temptation. So this weight journey is not easy. What you see is the cooking ahead, and I can do all of this, but you know, it's not easy. It is a tough struggle every day. I was telling a friend of mine the other day, I said, every food decision I make is a tough decision because I just like to eat. So I have the rest of my 1 cup of cheese, my pepperonis, and my bacon. And I'm just going to take what's left, disperse it out among my cup here. So because this is not even a pinch, y'all. So it's not really going to count me any points. In my turkey pepperoni, I use 15 slices. But I cut them up in little bits and pieces, and I'm using them. I use 15 slices in 24 muffins, and 15 slices is 2 Smart Points. So we didn't even get a whole Smart Point in each muffin, which is why you don't really count those extra points there, because I use it throughout 24. If you put it in Recipe Builder, it'll probably tell you that this is 2 Smart Points. Let me grab my eggs. Finish this out. So I've got my eggs, and I usually typically buy the big 2.5 dozen, just so I have them on hand. Eggs are a good protein, and they're also very filling. And it's a quick go-to. If I'm hungry right now, it takes me less than 5 minutes to make an egg. And so I'm just putting my egg right into my muffin cup. No, ma'am, do not come in this kitchen. The end. Goodbye. The puppy loves to be in the kitchen, but Mama does not want her in here. The end. And I don't have doors or walls close enough to put up a baby gate, because it's an open kitchen in here. So it's a struggle keeping her out of here. So there you go. I've got 12 of these done. My oven is on 400 degrees. Last thing I'm going to do, wipe my hands, and I'm just going to give everything a little stir just to incorporate. I've got all my seasonings because I put that in my pepper mixture. I've got my meat. I've got my cheese. You get a little bit of everything in a bite, and I think that's the joy of Weight Watchers is I don't have to leave out any food group. I can eat anything I want as long as I count the points for it. We're going to have ice cream today for Jackson's birthday. We didn't celebrate last weekend, and I just have to count the points. I do have some extra weekly points because Sunday starts over on your weeklies. So if I go into weekly points, at least I already know that ahead of time, and I'm planning for that. I have not eaten this morning, but I probably will take an egg muffin. So there you go. Less than 5 minutes if you have that. And I'm saying that just to put everything together. It still didn't take me long using the food processor to go ahead and do my onions and my pepper mixture. So here it is. This is going into a 400-degree oven for about 17 to 20 minutes. Check it after about 15 to make sure. If your eggs are firm to the touch and they don't wiggle anymore, it's pretty done. If you like them a little runny, cook it a little shorter time. But I'm going to clean up my kitchen, get my monkey bread in the oven, and we're going to church. So thank you so much for stopping by our channel this morning, and we'll see you next time.